Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Dolphins, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Of champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl? Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
On first down, Bennett. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Thomas with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On second down now, Forbes. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On third down, Branch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good,
If he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
A nice play design there with touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense that came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw. Bennett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Back to throw again. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And he lost the football.
Coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And here's Bennett looking to throw on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Now Bennett to throw on 3rd down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll buy some time right. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Another catch there for Waddle. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Play action. Now it's Tua. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go right back to Singletary. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett on the slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Bennett now to throw on 3rd down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Forbes. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 2nd and 9, Tua. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. Bennett over the middle here to Brown. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Bennett. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Boyle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Schaefer. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Bennett. He finds his man complete. It's Schaefer. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now Bennett to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary.
On a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Singletary again. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
And here's Bennett on 3rd down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Forbes. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From the 41,
Tua, quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Forbes. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Bennett to throw from his end zone. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Bennett on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, Bennett. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On third down, they go with Singletary. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Throwing to start the drive, but that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Bennett now throwing on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle they go. Boyle.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Operating from the gun, Bennett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett. Flush. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now Bennett looking to throw on 2nd down.
Out route pass complete to Goddard.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 31. Now a handoff up the middle. Boyle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now here's Bennett to throw on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now,
touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Miami set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, hit as he throws there. On 2nd and 15 now. Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he shifts past him. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Boyle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw. Bennett. Olave holds it in. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Bennett, the quick slant caught.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now Joey Slye for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. On first down, Branch. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. On play action, here's Tua. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tua going to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The long nickels in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the Eagles defense able to hold. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Up the middle they go. Boyle. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On the give, this is Singletary, and he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Now Bennett to throw. Off play action. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up fourth.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua escaping the pressure right.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Tua on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught at the 20.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll run on first down. Branch. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
On third down, Branch. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.